Hello, hello, hello. How we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and it is Wednesday, which means we are opening What's in the Box Wednesday. I had hoped to get some wax for this week. I did not make that happen. I do have plans to have some. I don't know that they'll be here in time for next week. If not, we'll be starting wax in 2 weeks. We'll see. I am going to try to shift back to wax and not blasters. Blasters are uber expensive, which are great because they give you better cards to PSA. They're modern and cleaner. Um, the left right shift, up down shift, the centering on modern cards obviously are better chance for tens. But we are also in a state of flux on PSA anyway, so getting more cards to grade is not necessarily the primary concern, and I'd like to pull some stuff that I actually have a lot invested in. The older stuff, on 1988 tops, my what I consider my real first ever set. Um, Lots of people that I collect from my historic collection, my PC, I can get in that set. So that's inexpensive. I can get it. It's a lot to open. It's a longer video, but it's more more pulls than just these 6 packs with 4 cards in each pack or something like that. So we're going to mix in. We'll still do blasters from time to time, but we're going to mix in and not do blasters every week to see what we have. This week, however, we are going to do blasters, and we're going to do 2 Phoenix football blasters from 2025. That means we're looking for Jackson Dart, Emeka Ibuka, um, Tedero McMillan, people like that. Cam Ward. Those are like the 4. Ashton Genty would be a 5th. I guess Matt Golden you could say, and also the other wide receiver that I was thinking of that I keep not saying is there too. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if Tyler Shock is in this product, but that's another quarterback we'd be looking for. But we're going to go through this now. Just like I said, 6 packs, 4 cards per pack. We also, now here's the thing. I'm aware that Phoenix has this weird in between reputation. The card quality is not paper like a Topps or a Don Ross. It's more highly glossed, you know, much more. It's a better looking card. However, and because of that, the blaster prices are the same prices as a Prism or something like that, rather than the paper prices that are a little cheaper. So it's a more expensive product, but it's also, when you put it in the category of a Prism or something like that, one of those selects, it's not as well liked. It's the designs tend to be less favored. People tend to look at it a little less favorably than they would a select rookie or a Prism rookie. So it's like it's a weird in between where you have to spend Prism prices, but then your pulls are not as good as getting a Prism pull. That doesn't mean that there aren't other inserts that have value in there. You know me, I don't know what those are. I'm looking for rookie base cards, and anything else is just bonus. So I have up here one of my best cards. I'm pointing at it right there. That is a Jamar Chase PSA 10 Phoenix. Um, but it's a Phoenix Fireburst. So it's a parallel. That's one of my best cards. Which tells you that I don't have a lot of good cards, because you're sitting here going, really, that's it. But that's what I collect. So this is good for me. This is what I do. So let's get to it. If you've watching for the first time, we open the box, we'll open the packs. What we'll do is, for each box we open, we pull 1 pack. If they're wax boxes, we pull 2 to 4 packs. But since there's only 6 packs, we're going to switch to this. We're going to pull 1 pack out. And what happens is that pack gets opened on our TikTok account. So this way we build our TikTok with pack openings, we build our desire to see TikTok by making people want to go and see the end of the box opening by checking out the final pack. We're gonna grab pack 2 today. Put it over here. So that'll be on TikTok eventually. We'll get to that. We're working on it. We have a collection of a lot of 80s and 90s packs to open on there, but we'll also be opening these as well. So each of these blaster boxes are only going to be 20 cards because it's going to be 5 packs of 4 cards each. So we're only getting 40 cards today here on this video. So let's hope for the 40 best cards in the set. And I just ripped the back completely off without opening it at all. That is not a good start. All right. I also don't know the makeup of the packs. I don't know if the first card's great, if the last card's great, if it opens to the back. So they're facing forward. That's good to know. I don't know why I'm throwing over there. All right. Here you go. First one, Ollie Gordon. We'll call that a rookie. We obviously will call it a rookie. It is a rookie. We'll call that a somewhat notable rookie. Now, he went to a bad situation because Devon Achane was in front of him. But if he ever got a chance, he would have been a chase rookie. Problem is, we don't know if he would have been good, but he would have been a chase rookie because he didn't have a chance. He just didn't have a chance to prove he was a guy. Malik Nabers is one of my current top wide receivers. He's wide receiver number 4 for me in my current NFL collecting. So we're gonna sleeve that PC. You guys, this is like our first video where I have my rankings done, so I know who I'm collecting. I'm not collecting Davante Adams, and I'm not collecting Joe Mixon. So actually, I am collecting Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is on my collection list. So there you go. That one might get slipped off. He's number 6 of 7. And then this goes in the trash. So that's not bad. Once you make yourself a list of what you're collecting, you give yourself a number, you write those numbers down, you figure out exactly what you're collecting in the past and the current. I have my historical list, I have my Bucks list, and then I have my current list. And once you decide what you're collecting, it is sure a whole lot easier to go through these packs, or more fun even, I should say. Jordan Watkins, 49ers. It's a rookie. I will put him on the side to see if he's worth keeping, but we'll hold on to him to see if he turns out to be anything, but I think that's probably eventually a card that ends up in the trash. We're going to slide the second card to the bottom. And it looks like the rookie was first last time, and it was first this time, and then the insert was second. So it looks like the bottom 2 cards are the least important cards. That's the Derrick Henry. I do not collect Derrick Henry. I'm not a Derrick Henry. And a Steve Spurrier card, which is interesting from a coaching standpoint. I went to UF when he was a coach. That's great, but I'm not a Steve Spurrier collection fan. All right, so let's sleeve this and put it in just like the Ollie Gordon. It's the we'll wait and see standpoint. And then what we have under him is a Chase Brown. This one is not someone I collect, so this will be headed to eBay is what I'll be doing. We'll stick it on eBay or whatnot. So that's our third type that we're holding on to. And 2 packs. That's not bad. 2 packs. That's 8 cards, and so far, half of them we're keeping, and half of them we're getting rid of. That's a good mix. It's a good mix. All right, so I'm gonna try it this way this time. Starting from the back, we have a Zach Ertz. Not worried about him. We have a Evan Williams. Not interested in him. We have a Will Howard rookie. Now, this is, again, another one that we will be holding on to. He's a quarterback, and I almost expect if the Steelers don't... We have new Steeler coaching. Now, granted, it is his old coach, but Aaron Rodgers going down in talent, abilities as he ages. I think that when the Steelers get out of it, we may see Howard. If Rodgers gets hurt, we'll definitely see Howard. So this has potential, even though it's not. I don't think he'll ever actually be a quarterback. He has potential to be a player like someone like Aiden O'Connell or Clayton Tune was for a year while they came in to see if they were the guys. So use there. We'll see how that works out. And then we got a Thunderbirds Jahmyr Gibbs. That's insert. For all I know, the Thunderbirds are their case hits. I doubt they are. I'm just saying. That is on that. Okay. But so that's going to Instagram. Instagram. That is going to eBay or piece or whatnot. Unless I find out I was wrong and it is a case hit, then we'll talk about PSA. But so far, nothing PSA worthy. But again, that one was a split. We kept 2 and we trashed 2. And since the back 2 cards seem to be, that might be how we're going to do every pack. For the most part, the back 2 cards are just veterans, unless they're one of my guys, Lance Briggs. He's not. And then Kyren Williams, not on my list. I do like Kyren Williams, but he doesn't make my top 10, and I only am collecting the top 7. Then our rookie is Kenneth Grant. Same with him as the other 3. We're going to hold on, see if he turns into something, and maybe people will be searching for him later, but eventually he's probably just going to end up in the Dolphins team bags. And then our insert are, what are these called? Blaster exclusive hyper parallels. Our hyper parallel is Taysom Hill. Now, Taysom Hill, he is one of my top 10 tight ends. He is my number 6 tight end. But that being said, I don't collect all 6. I only collect 3 tight ends. So that one will be going to eBay / whatnot as well. So the pattern sticks true. Last 2 cards into the trash. First 2 cards into the keep. And that's probably going to be the whole pattern for both of these blasters. Here we go. We got Sam Darnold to start off with. I do like me some Sam Darnold. He's actually the first guy on my list, top 10 list that I don't collect. I collect the first 4, and he's number 5. He's my 5th favorite quarterback in the NFL right now. Very happy that he's turned out to be something right now. Quincy Williams for the Jets. Then we have TJ Sanders, another rookie that we'll just kind of hold on to, see what happens to him. And our hyper parallel is a Derrick Henry. Now that more than the other hyper parallels we got has a chance to find some traction on eBay. So that's cool. I mean, granted, we're only looking to get $1 or $2, a couple dollars from these cards for the time being. Just kind of nip away at the cost of the box, try to get some of it back. Hopefully we pull something that's so amazing I don't care how much the boxes cost, or is so amazing that pays for the cost of the boxes. Whether it be something personal I love, then I don't care how much they cost, or something that's a Jackson Dart rookie rare parallel that's going to be more than the cost of the blaster boxes. We're going to take this one out. There's our Instagram. Nope. Whatnot. Nope. Wow. There sure are a lot of social medias. That is our TikTok open. TikTok, and I think the plan is to move them to Threads as well. So if you're an Instagram person, not a TikTok person, you could watch us on Threads as well. All right, so we got Xavier Leggett, year 2. He's going into year 3 now. I think he's gonna take a step forward this year. That's my guess. Devonta Smith, he's definitely gonna take a step forward this year, but neither of them are on my collection. Our rookie is Quinshon Judkins. There's the biggest card we've gotten so far, in my opinion. That's our big card so far. That is, in my opinion, grade worthy. We're going to stick that in PSA. I don't know if he'll still be grade worthy by the time we get to grading. By the time we get to the point where PSA opens back up and we're sending out a group, because we're ready now. We are ready now. We were actually working on getting the information together when they announced they were shutting down, and we only had 2 days to put it together, and we decided to just wait. But there we go. Alex Highsmith is our first hyper parallel. Stick that in the eBay pile. When I say eBay pile, it means more than eBay, but I'm shortening the piles to make it easier. All right, starting off with, it looks like an Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones still looks weird as a Viking. And his partner here is Bryce Young. It's a nice one. I don't collect Bryce Young. He's not on my top 10, but, you know. Our rookie, Kyle Montague, is probably our second best card we've gotten so far. Maybe one of the hypers, but I doubt it. But he's I wouldn't say he's PSA worthy, but he's definitely worth keeping an eye on, and he'll go with the other rookies. But when we split it up later, he'll probably get pulled into the hold on. He won't get put into the trash. We'll see. We'll see how his career shakes out. And then we have a RJ Harvey Contours rookie. That one looks like a good one. Now, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the inserts. I don't know how hard they are. Like, when you think of things like color blasts and stuff, if someone came by and said, that is the hardest card to pull, well, RJ Harvey's not a bad one to have. Not the best, but still, he was one of the highest running back draft picks, went to one of the best situations, and then just hasn't produced yet. But it's only been 1 year. We'll see how that pans out. So I'm very happy with that card as well. I got to look into that card to see the rarity. Just like the Jahmyr Gibbs. We have 2 cards that we don't know anything about. The Jahmyr Gibbs Thunderbirds and the Contours. It's not like I'm seeing a lot of those. We're almost 2 blasters done, and we have 1 of each. So they're not overly inserted. And we are only getting 4 cards per blaster, so. All right, we got Sam Laporta. I do like me some Sam Laporta. He does not make my... Actually, I do collect Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is the first of a different breed for me, where I will be collecting people that are not in my top... Like my top 3, I'm collecting, and then 4 through 7, I like better than Sam Laporta, but I'm not collecting. But I am collecting Sam Laporta because I feel like he has a chance to go up, and my 4 through 7 are older guys that aren't going to go up. They can only go down. Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram, Taysom Hill, Hunter Henry. So there's Tyree Wilson. That one goes in the trash, obviously. And then we got a DJ Giddens, and we'll just stick that one with the rookies. And then a Devontae Adams, and kind of like the Derrick Henry. That's one of the better chances to sell off one of those hypers I've gotten so far. It would be nice to pull a bigger rookie hyper. I don't, but so far we've been just pulling veterans, veteran hypers. All right, here we go. Veteran number 1, Jerome Ford. We do not collect Jerome Ford. We also do not collect Josh Allen. That's a lie. We do collect Josh Allen. Then behind him, We have an Alec Iomar. Had a pretty decent rookie season. Now, I'm sure he'll still get some use, but with them drafting Tate and signing um, Wandale Robinson, he's going to get pushed down a little, and we're going to see a fall in the wrong direction for him in year two. So we'll see. We'll still sleeve him, stick him with the rookies, and see where it goes from there. But there we go. We collect Joe Mixon, and this is a Joe Mixon hyper. So that will go in the PC. And one of the things I'll need to decide is if I want to. This wasn't a thing. I started my collection in the 80s and 90s, and the people I'm collecting, Don Mattingly, Nolan Ryan, Mark McGuire, whatever, they didn't have variations like this back then. So I didn't have to make the decision. I have to make a decision now that am I collecting Joe Mixon? I mean, obviously I'm collecting Joe Mixon, but do both of these need to be in my collection, or since I have this, can the base just disappear and so I don't have to hold as many cards? If I ever wanted to make a rainbow, I would need the base, but getting the base back would be super easy at a later date. So I think keeping the vase is just pointless if I get a higher variation of it. But all right, guys, final pack. This is it. Big last pack mojo here. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, Mike Vrabel. That is what you want. You want a Mike Vrabel card. Then we got a Talano Hufwanga for the Broncos. I think he's part of the bloodline. Oh, I'm being racist, I think. I didn't mean to be. Trevor Etienne, or HN, if you've heard that whole thing, but they will always be Etienne to me. And so that's a Panthers running back in a getting crowded or Panthers running back. Well, not really. It's Chuba and then the Jordan Brooks are ahead of him theoretically, but he could turn into something. We'll see how that pans out. And then Keenan McCardle. Veteran. We hadn't had a pack that our first pack we opened was like that pack, and then that last pack. Every other pack we opened had an insert of some sort second. So the two packs over there probably are both just veterans as the second card. But all right, guys. So we got out of 20 cards, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 that are trash. By trash, you guys know what I mean. But that's less than half, meaning that we did well in our keepers. For our rookies that we're just holding on to see how they pan out, to our inserts that we're just going to stick on eBay or whatnot for $1 and see if anyone takes us up on them. And we're gonna move that to the top of the stack just so I look into it after the stream. I don't want to what we're keeping in our PC. And then finally, the two notable rookies, Quinton Junkins, RJ Harvey. The RJ Harvey of contours, we need to look into that card as well. But that being said, Phoenix is that's Phoenix. It's a pretty good product. I like it. It's I understand all the excuses I gave at the beginning of the video. I understand why it's not as loved as some of the others, but I really think that what would save it. I don't know. I was going to say is if they could bring their price points down. If they could say, "Hey, Select and Prism sell at $35 a blaster, so we'll be the $32 a blaster guys. We're just as good as them quality, but we're going to get you to buy ours because it's a few dollars less." But at the same time, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe then it gives it a cheap sheen to it, and so people want it even less. I don't know. I'm not the marketing guy, so maybe that's not the way to go. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching What's in the Box Wednesday. Hang around if you're live on stream with us, and we're going to be doing some sorting cards for grading purposes next. If you're watching in the video, like, subscribe, and comment. I want comments. I need to check my comments better. I need to get better at checking my comments. But comment below, and we will see you in the next video.